Hi, I'm Phil the Practical Gardener, and today I'm going to be talking about the importance of organic matter in your soil. When I moved to this property 14 years ago, the soil was like this here. That is to say, it was a mixture of clay and silt and sand, which are perfectly good materials because they have benefits for the soil. But when they simply become mixed together without any organic matter, effectively they become like concrete. They become a compacted material which can't be accessed by plant roots and which are poorly drained and also don't allow movement of air and moisture through the soil or the uptake of nutrients. So over time, I've simply added organic matter to the soil. Examples are lawn clippings, such as you can see here, and also these are hedge trimmings and also weeds that I've cultivated and dug up. I just simply leave them on the surface and I allow the worms and other microorganisms and larger organisms to draw that into the soil, where it builds up into a finer material called humus. And humus is the final stage of decomposition in soil. And humus is an amazing material that acts like a sponge. It retains moisture and makes it slowly available for plants. Clay also holds moisture, but it is less available than it is through humus. So just as this original soil was this pale brown grey colour, the soil that I have now, so I'll just dig up a little bit, it's this dark chocolatey material, and the darkness is due to the presence of the humus, which I've encouraged to build up in here. When I fork my garden over, such as I've done with this garden here, I do dig in some of this material, but it isn't wise to actually dig too much organic material directly into the soil, or it will cause nutrient imbalances. So generally I leave it on the surface to decompose and be brought into the soil. And you can see the result here. When I originally moved here, it was very, very hard to grow any crop plants, and now after 14 years, I can grow beautiful, luscious foliage such as this, which will be very productive. I don't bring in any material, I don't add fertilizer, I don't bring in organic material. I purely use material that I've actually created on my section, such as the crop remnants or the weeds or the lawn clippings and such like. What these plants require to grow successfully is oxygen, and oxygen is encouraged to pass through the soil by the structure that is created through the presence of the humus. So humus draws the soil into small little clumps of soil which are called crumbs, and these aggregates allow the movement of water and oxygen through the soil. Plants need a lot of oxygen for the roots to do their actions of absorbing nutrients and also for their process of growth. So they use oxygen much as we do. They also need moisture, obviously, for growth. Finally, plants need nutrients. There are macronutrients and micronutrients. Clay particles will hold these nutrients strongly to their surface, but the best way of holding nutrients and also releasing it for plant growth is through the presence of this humus. So that is the material that acts like a sponge in holding moisture and also holding nutrients, which are available to the plant roots gradually as required. Also, the humus is a continually decomposing material itself, and as it does so, it actually releases the nutrients which have been present in it from their original organic form. That is to say, if they're decomposing from animal manure or plant remains, then the nutrients that were available, such as phosphorus and potassium and nitrogen and other important nutrients, are gradually released to the plants. I should also mention that humus is a way of storing large amounts of carbon in the soil. So if you encourage the build-up of organic matter and humus in your soil, that will actually sequester carbon from the atmosphere and retain it in the soil in a long-term form. So you'll be doing your part to reduce climate change. Now you will see in the title of this clip that it is 7.4 organic matter. Each of these tips that I'm providing is complete in itself and standalone. However, they are linked to other ones. So over time I will be adding other clips such as composting or sheet composting or other forms of mulching which are complementary to this one here. So subscribe and also press the like button so that you'll be sure to get further clips. Also, you may wish to look at my website, which is linked below, and there you will see the full schedule of the different tips that I'm planning to produce and as you can see, they will be shown as they become available. So thanks very much for watching this video through to the end, and I look forward to your comments and further communications with you through other tips.